Well, hi guys. This is my second time filming this video because the first time I filmed it, just literally like an hour or so ago, it was all out of focus. So I figured it out. I have a live camera here, I can see myself. But this is all very weird for me because I have not filmed in over 4 years. Was the last video I posted on YouTube, and a lot has changed in my life, so I kind of wanted to give y'all a life update because, I mean, a lot has happened. I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm 21 years old and I moved. A lot has happened, so I'm just gonna kind of update y'all on my life. So if you want to know, you can stick around and watch. So last video y'all saw of me, I posted January of 2020. I had just started, the year 2020 had just started. Obviously everybody knows 2020 was the year that COVID started, and I was finishing junior year of high school. I was going into senior year. So senior year of high school was all online. I was on Zoom the entire time. So that was very, very interesting. It did not feel like I was in school, actually. Like I really didn't feel like I was in school because I was at home the whole time on Zoom for every single class. So yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I graduated high school, and before I graduated high school, actually, my boyfriend, the one that I made videos doing the makeup voiceover one, I'm still with the same guy to this day. We actually got engaged secretly at 18 years old, and nobody knew about it, obviously, because it's a secret. So we graduated high school, and I went straight into college for art education. I went straight into university school, and if you didn't know, throughout high school I did double school, so I was in high school and college at the same time. I didn't realize how burnt out I was, and I was exhausted. I didn't even last a month into the first semester, and I dropped out of my classes. I was really going through it. I even went as far as cutting off all my hair after doing a test in one of my classes. So yeah, I was really going through it, and it was a shock to everybody that I left school, that I just dropped out. But I had another plan for myself. I tried to figure out what I wanted to do, and during that time I was really into changing my hair, changing my appearance, with hair colors, and I cut all my hair off, so I was really into that, and I kind of dug down into my creativity, artist self, and I said, well, why don't I just do hair? That's still creative and artsy, you know, I can just do people's hair. And so I got myself into cosmetology school. Like, not long after that. I actually wanted to start spring semester of 2022, but registration was already done. I still got myself signed up for cosmetology school and was just gonna wait until it started, which was summer semester of 2022. So I went into cosmetology school, and I was there for 3 semesters, so a whole year of school, and that was a journey in itself. I learned the basics, right, to pass the state stuff, but you never really learn everything in cosmetology school. But it was an experience in itself, you know, positive things, some negative things, but, you know, it was great. Then my last semester of cosmetology school, my fiance, we made it public to our family that beginning of last year, and he also had gotten accepted into the military, Coast Guard. So in April of last year, he left for boot camp, and that was pretty hard. I was gonna be in the military. I mean, My dad was in the Army, his dad was in the Marines, so we were both in the military life before, but for us to experience it as, you know, the soon-to-be spouse and the, you know, the actual soldier, it was crazy. It was definitely hard. Boot camp time was probably the hardest time because, you know, no contact, only letters. We had been together consistently for the 4 years we had been together at the time, so it was hard. But I finished school. I graduated cosmetology school May of 2023. Super exciting. So proud of myself. I take pride in that because I got myself into cosmetology school, completed it all the way through, really good grades, did all my best that I could do, and I graduated. So I'm super happy and proud of myself for that. And a little after that, in June, I went to New Jersey to see my fiance graduate boot camp, and that was probably one of the happiest days of my life, like top 5 happiest moments, was to see him graduate and see him for the first time after those 2 long months. They felt very long, but now thinking about it, it went by pretty quick, to be honest. But he came home and we got married. June 20th, 2023, we got married. We had talked about getting married through the letters throughout when he was in boot camp. And if you know, it's just with paperwork and everything and orders and all that stuff, it was just easier for us to get married after boot camp instead of later. I mean, we were always wanting to get married. We were always going to want to get married. We just didn't know when. But, you know, the military kind of pushed us to get married soon. So we got married right when he came home. And that was the happiest day of my life. I never thought I'd be getting married this soon in my life, or even at all, until I met him, and we are so happy together, and I am so happy to have had him as my husband. Name change, if you noticed it, I'm sorry, where I live now, there's airplanes right next to my apartment, so After we got married, he had to go to A school in California, so he was going to be there for 6 months. And so right after he left, I went to go take my final state test to get my license, and I passed. Thank goodness. It was a little rough, but I passed it nonetheless. Just like things going wrong. It really was like things breaking and everything, but I passed. And I was so happy. I could start working in a salon, and I got accepted into a JCPenney salon that's in my city, and I was working there. While my husband was in a school in California, I stayed back home in Texas and was just working because we knew that after A school, we were going to get our orders and we were going to move. So super exciting. I think around October is when we got the picks for where we wanted to live, and 2 of the locations were in Florida. And you know, I was looking around at the 2 cities, and you know, I was like, okay, yeah, like Florida. The other one was Hawaii, and just the traveling with Hawaii and like cars and all that, I would love to visit Hawaii, but I just knew like the traveling situation was just going to be way too much. I think another reason why I didn't want to move to Hawaii is because my career, Hawaii requires 1,800 hours for cosmetology license, and Texas only requires 1,000, so I would have had to go back to school. That's AC, sorry. I would have had to go back to school for like a couple more months while there, you know, and I didn't want to have to go back to school, so I was like, no, I'd rather just visit. But yeah, so the 2 cities in Florida became our top 2 picks, and we got to move to Key West, Florida. That's where we got stationed, and that's where we are currently now. So we got the news that we were going to Key West, Florida. So he was supposed to graduate in December, and you know how military likes to change things up. Everything changes last minute, and he actually graduated about 2 weeks early, right around my birthday. So on my 21st birthday, I flew to California to go see him. His graduation was the day after, and you know, we were supposed to get our orders that day, but things happened, miscommunication, just a lot of technical paperwork stuff just wasn't right, and our orders were not ready. And we ended up having to wait a month in California until we finally got our orders. We spent a month in lodging, a military lodging, and actually Thanksgiving week we went to Vegas, you know, just because we're like, hey, we're gonna be stuck here, so we can just take a little trip to Vegas. You know, for my 21st, got to go see Vegas. That was really cool. Had Thanksgiving over there, which was definitely a first time. I've always had Thanksgiving at home, obviously, but you know, new things. But yeah, we got our orders in December, and we took our asses straight home. We came straight home because we were done being in California. It was just like, we were taking it literally day by day. Okay, for some reason, my camera cut off in the middle of the conversation. So yeah, let me just finish what I was saying. Basically, I was saying that we got home after being in California for a month, and then my husband went to Key West in January, and within like 2 weeks found us an apartment, and then by the end of January I moved over to Florida. And so now I am living here in Key West, Florida. First time living on my own, especially away from family. And yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on in my life, and that's up to this point. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, if you are watching, and I may come back and make videos. We'll see, but yeah, love you guys.